Right, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I had this fish about half an hour ago. First one of the trip. Not very big. Mid 20, no, scraper 20. I haven't weighed it. It's a little bit beat up actually. It's got a gammy old mouth, gammy old tail, but welcome all the same. Good stuff. I'm bloody knackered, so I'm gonna get it back, try and get my head back down and hope I don't get another one till the morning. Right, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. One of the other rods has gone. One on the island this time. And the fish are getting bigger. This one's just turned up. Look at that. Cracking fish. Got to be an upper 20. Might go 30 pounds that. Haven't weighed it yet. Lovely condition as well. Got some fat cheeks on it. Show you the other side. There you go. Behaving itself for the camera. Brilliant. 2 fish and 3 days to go. Let's hope some of the bigger ones turn up. Right, let's weigh her up and get her back. Hello. Well, it's meant to be the last weekend of November, and just look at this glorious weather we've got. I've just been down to the car and it's 17 degrees, balmy, unbelievable, and it's putting the fish off. I had those 2 fish last night and I lost one as well. I had a hook pull. Felt like a decent fish as well. Well, they always do, don't they, the ones you lose. But this weather's not really doing them any good. Westerly wind. It's meant to be turning to a northerly, I think, so it's going to be coming over my back and the wind's going to be pushing into that island. So I'm hoping that come tonight we might get a few. But last night there was fish going crazy down here and I was gonna move. Just along here. See if I can show you with my finger. Along there somewhere, right up there by those bushes along there, going absolutely mad, throwing themselves out, real big ones as well, real big boshes. So I was going to move over there, over to that swim there, but as I was stood here in the morning thinking about it, there's another swim just round here, around there, just around the corner there. Some bloke went there and I fancied my own space, to be fair, otherwise I would have moved. You never know, he might go tomorrow. So if I get nothing tonight, I'll give it another night in this swim. Then that's where I'm going, round there, and I'm going to fish me baits up against this tree line down there. So, fingers crossed. Good morning. Well, after a really good start on Friday night, thinking it might continue, I've still only had those 2 fish. It's now Sunday morning. Things have gone really quiet. All the fish that I saw around there to my left, all that activity of them jumping, that's all stopped. I did have a fish last night crash right out on that little dot island there. It just breaks off the main island. So I might move one of my rods over to that later. There's a gap in between the 2 of them there. At the moment, I've got my bait about there, right underneath those bushes there. That willow tree, that's where it's mainly fished, so I try and avoid that. In fact, last time I was here I had a rod there and all my fish come off this left hand rod, so I think they avoid that area there. But I definitely might move one over to on the end there. It's quite misty as well this morning. Cold last night, temperatures dropped right down now. I think it's about 7 degrees today compared to the glorious sunshine we had yesterday. I did have a bit of an occurrence this morning on the middle rod about 7 o'clock. The bobbin just pulled right up tight. Started watching the rod tip, nothing. That's the one on the island as well. I fish it with the clutch done right up tight so it can't take any line, so normally the bobbin does just pull up, but then the rod tip starts banging. But there was nothing, so it could have been a coot. Might have grabbed me bait and dropped it, or fish might swim in the line. So I think there's fish out there still. It's just whether they fancy feeding now. So we'll see. I might wind in about 11 o'clock and I will go and have a walk round. See if there's any over the back of this island here or out in the main body of the lake. So I've got one more night left, so I might move later on. Lovely being out there in this weather. It's not really that cold. I prefer my autumn fishing and winter fishing to summer. Can't stand it in the heat. And luckily with this lake, maximum depth you've got in here is 7 foot, and that's few and far between. It averages about 4.5, 5 feet. So once the water chills down, it tends to stay the same temperature from surface to lake bed. There might be a few changes here and there, but because of that, I think it keeps the fish feeding. And when you do get the warm weather, it warms up quicker. So it'll be my first winter on here, but I am told it does fish in the winter. So we'll give it a go, I think, throughout the winter and see how we get on. Although I have been told when the bailiff came around yesterday, since I was here at the beginning of November, I think it was the 4th of November, only 3 fish have come out. So I seem to be getting things right at the moment. Long may it continue.